What's up, guys? Welcome to Table Talk. I'm Jewell Simone, and I am super excited to be your host for this new season. I'm going to take a second here to do my favorite thing in the world, which is talk about myself when people have no choice but to listen. I'm a junior here at Mizzou, but I transferred from Lindenwood, where I rush Delta Zeta. I'm from St. Louis, where I live with my mom, dad, and two pet brothers, Jordan and Josh. In my free time, you can find me watching The Housewives of any city, keeping up with Kardashians, or watching Rip Vine compilations while avoiding all of my responsibilities. Like I said, I'm very excited to be hosting Table Talk this year, and even more excited for y'all to meet my amazing fact checker, Rachel.
Beyond excited to be your fact checker, here's a little bit about me. I'm a freshman here and a journalism major, though I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet, but I really have enjoyed doing broadcast journalism. I'm in a sorority. Yes, I'm a typical SRAT girl. I know, but I absolutely love it. I have an older brother. His name is Daniel. I have my mom, my dad, and my favorite member, my sweet little dog, Lucky. I cried last week when I saw her. It was a precious moment. And I also enjoy Vines, Parks and Rec, and lots of Office references. Now let's get into the show.
Today we're going to learn a little bit more about one of the 3 student-run businesses setting up shop in the Student Center this academic year. I'm joined by Teanna Bass, CEO of Sweet Tea Cosmetics. Teanna, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course.
I'm super excited to have you. You're my very first guest.
Yay, I feel real special now.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to get started and learn a little bit more about your brand. So how long has this brand been in the works?
So Sweet Tea Cosmetics kind of came at the start of my sophomore year, so in the summer of 2016, to be exact, July 2016. So that's about 2 years.
And you're a senior now, so.
Yeah, so I'm a senior now, so it's been about, 2 years in the making. Basically, it started off as just a name, for real. Like, I really didn't understand, like, where I was going to take this. I just knew I wanted to own my own cosmetics line by the time my senior year rolled around, by the time I graduated. And I was just like, okay, so, I was like, why not start now?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it came up.
That's awesome. So how did you come up with the name?
So the name kind of stemmed from my sister. I'm a twin.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, so fun fact. I'm a twin. But we don't look alike, and we're fraternal. So nevertheless, she was just like, had this real over obsession about like sweet tea. And so every time we go to McDonald's or wherever we're going, it's
McDonald's sweet tea is bomb.
Sweet tea. And so I was just like, okay. So I was trying to tell her, like, look, I'm trying to come up with a name. What should I say? What should I do? She was just like, put your name in it. I'm like, it's not going to be Teanna Cosmetics. That's just not going to fly. And then she was just like, well, use your nickname. Your nickname is T. What are you going to do? And I'm just like, okay. So I'm thinking, and I'm just like, T. What goes with T? And she was like, sweet tea. And I was just like, sweet tea? And then she was like, sweet tea. And I'm just like, sweet tea.
Yeah. I mean, it has a super nice ring to it. I think, like you said, you wouldn't want to be just like your name.
No, and it was just like sweet tea, and then automatically people assumed I sold tea, like tea and but no.
Yeah. Yeah, you sell makeup, which, by the way, is super, super cool. So what was the application process like for you to get that space in the Student Center?
It was a pretty intensive application process. So basically, the Missouri Student Unions provides that space for me. And so they have this application where you can apply. Anybody, doesn't have to be a business major or anything like that, because technically I'm not a business major, I'm a business minor. And it was just like one of those things where it's just like, hey, if you want a business, you got a business, here you go. And so basically what that looks like is you build a business plan. And so my business plan consisted of 10 pages.
Wow.
And so it can range from, it has to be at least 10 pages, and it can range from any more than that. So I'm just like, okay, 10 pages. But 10 pages, business plan, basically write out in detail what your business is going to really entail, but still give it a general overview because, again, it is 10 pages.
Right.
But at that point, you turn in that 10-page application, and then from there, do they choose whether or not you are eligible to pitch, or what they call like a cage competition, where you kind of go and you talk, present your business in front of a group of, like a panel or a group of people, and they choose whether or not they want to invest in your business or give you the scholarship that they have. And so that's kind of what I did after I got chosen. And once I got chosen, I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, okay, so I got this. Like, I got to really do this now. And so it was one of those things. So I was just like, okay, wow. So the application, it sounds better said than done, but nevertheless, it was like, you have to be on your P's and Q's, like, at all times.
So who was the first person you called once you found out that you got the
My
store?
mom.
Of course, your mom.
Yes, I had to call my mom because she was the main one that was kind of like in my corner talking about did you do it yet? Did you finish it? Did you get the deadline in? And it's just like one of those things where she was just like my main cheerleader. If not, she was the captain of the cheerleading team. I had a lot of support from like friends and family all over. But nevertheless, she was the first person I called, and she broke down crying. She was so proud, and that just made me happy because I live to make my mom proud.
Yeah, that is so sweet. So I know in your store you also, there is a barber, there's a hair hairstylist, nail salon. What inspired you to bring in make it more than just cosmetics?
So, like, Sweet Tea, it had opened up September 12th, and I was just really thinking, I had been in there for about 10 days, you know. Not only did sales start to slow down, but I just felt lonely in the store. Like, I'm just like, I have this big space to myself. There's nothing more that I can do with it besides do makeup and sell makeup. And makeup isn't like something that you can wear it every day, but it's not a necessity to go pay and get the service done. So it's just one of those things. I'm just like, I have friends on campus that are either licensed or like are doing apprenticeships that want to do hair, barbering, or nails. And it's just like one of those things where I was just like, I can put them in here. I can make this space accessible to them. And when I did that, I didn't realize how much it was needed. It was like one of those things where it's just like, okay, this is here and it's perfect. It fits. And so everybody in there, like the barber, Blake the barber, and then we have the hairstylist, Styles by Derek Joyce, and then we have the nail tech, Creations by Crystal. And they all have their 3 separate brands that they can build inside that store in a safe space where they can also, you know, build their own business. And so that's just something that's important to me because it's just like I can build business, they're building business, we're all in this space, and it's just like one big enterprise. Yeah.
So how did you find those artists?
I had already knew them.
You knew them?
Like, they were just friends of mine, and I'm just like, hey,
that's awesome.
How can we really make this space, like, work for the community? Because I'm just like, yeah, they, like, of course, my friends and family were proud of me and everything like that, but it's just like, I felt like I could do a lot more with that space. It was just like, one of those things where it's just like, what else can I do? Like, I'm sitting here now, I'm bored. I want to do something different. And so I just kind of, like evolutionized, like, my business plan and turned it into a salon versus just a store. Like, at first I used to say, I'm going to the store today, and now I say I'm going to the shop. Like, the shop is like the barber shop or the beauty shop, and everything mixed in. So it's just like one of those things where it's like an experience.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So how long did it take you to formulate your business plan? I know you said it was 10 pages long, so it had to like take a while.
My business plan, honestly, it took a long time. Like, probably from the start that I actually made up the name. So back in 2016 is really when I started planning on what I wanted to do. And it took that long. Like, I had always been pressured to come out with a product or come out with something. And it was just like, for some odd reason, I just never came out with one. Now I see why, because it was for this big shebang. You know? And so it was one of those things where I was just like, okay, what do I do? What am I going to do? Where am I going to get these products from? I would spend up long nights just looking up, like, different places where I can source them or trying to decide whether or not I wanted to make the products myself. So that was one of the things I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to just take my time with it because I feel like the greater things come from, you know, just like taking your time, being patient, and all of those things. So I had went about it for 2 years, and by the time it was actually time to go and apply, because I had talked to a couple of the advisors in the info sessions and stuff like that, and I went to them, and I was just like, hey, I really want to do this, but I need some direction, I need some help. I even talked to Tiana, who owned Black Honey Bee Cosmetics last semester. I even talked to her, Drew Rogers, from owner of The Bridge, and I talked to them, and they were just, you know, encouraging me, like, just do it. Like, what could you possibly lose from just trying? And I was just like, okay. And so I actually tried it, and I didn't realize, like, how far it would get. And now I'm here, and it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know what else I'd be doing right now. So it kind of just worked out.
That's awesome. That's super awesome. Well, so we will be back with more with Tiana. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Hey guys, welcome back to Table Talk. Let's head on over to Rachel for a fun fact about Sweet Tea Cosmetics.
Hey guys, so I am on the Sweet Tea Cosmetics website, and something cool is that they like to make sure that you know what exactly is in their makeup products. So they strive that all of their products are non-comedogenic, which means that they do not clog up your pores. They're allergy tested, they're hyperallergenic, cruelty-free, and fragrance-free, which I think is really cool. And you can find specific details for what is in some of the products on their shopping page. So I thought that was really awesome and something that I definitely don't really see when I go to makeup places. So that's all from me.
All right, so all of those things are super, super impressive that you have them in your makeup. Was that something that was really important for you to make sure that it
Yeah, definitely super important because it's just like one of those things like you hear about makeup brands that have these crappy products, like these crappy like ingredients in their products, things that are
Right.
harmful for your skin, they're toxic and all of those things. And it's just like for me, I'm like I didn't want to put out a product, you know, and I believe in it, everything like that. I want people to really buy it. I didn't really I just didn't want to put out a product that was bad.
Right.
And so I did my research. Like I told you, it took me like 2 years. Like it literally took me 2 years to find the exact place where I wanted to source them because I don't make them. I source them from a cosmetology lab in Canada. And so North America based, very close. Basically all in agreements with the trade alliances and stuff like that. Like it was a lot of research that had to go into this from politics to chemistry and anywhere in between.
Right.
And so like long story short, I had been in cahoots with them for a long time, talking to the brand managers and account executives, just basically asking like, this is what I want in a product. What should I really go for? What do you think my consumers want? This is my target market. Just, you know, basically giving them all the facts and everything like that.
Right.
And so when it finally came down to choosing exactly what product I wanted to put out first, I just wanted to make sure that it was a product that I could like really sell in terms of like it can really help somebody. So the non-comedogenic factor, that factor right there is very important because it doesn't clog your pores. A lot of us are like into the whole skincare craze thing.
Right.
So it's just like we want to keep our skin flawless and pretty and soft and bouncy and, you know, resilient. And so that's something that's very important. And then with the paraben-free one, that's very important because that means essentially it's almost non-toxic. And then cruelty-free is huge because we love our puppies and pets. Like we don't want to hurt them.
No.
And then nevertheless, like the hypoallergenic and allergy testing mean it's safe for sensitive skin and those who have allergies. So it's all of those things. And the first ingredient in most of the products is water. So that's very important too. So it's just very, you know, friendly, safe. And then like the product come in paper boxing and everything like that. So it's recyclable and the product itself comes in glass. So it's just like one of those sustainable products. And I really believe in that, especially being a textile student. That's one of the things that we talk about since our industry is like one of the things that's like leading pollution. And so it's just like we got to find ways to combat that. And that's my way to fight that.
Yeah. So that's awesome. We stan Sweet Tea Cosmetics because they care about what they're doing to our skin, and we love that. So I've heard so much about your business. It sounds like such a great run company, but I kind of want to know more about you and your family and your home life. So you mentioned you have a twin sister.
Yes.
So is she as into makeup as you are? Do you guys share that passion, or is it like...
We're complete opposites.
Really?
We're complete opposites. Like literally people who had known us since kindergarten, even though our names are very similar. Her name is Tiara and my name is Teanna. The only difference is like 2 letters if you spell it out. And so it's just one of those things where people were just like, they were just confused. They were just like, so you guys are sisters? And I'm just like, yeah. They were like, twins? I'm like, yeah. So my sister, she's completely opposite of me. She likes sports, basketball, all of that stuff. Like she's a huge basketball fan. Her major is athletic training. She's like the complete opposite of me. However, nonetheless, I love her to death. Like that's my ride or die. So, and then like my mom, I was just me and my sister and my mom growing up. So it's just one of those things where it's just like we're really close. It's like we're a team almost. So it's just like one of those things. It's like she ain't got it, then I have to get it for her, and just vice versa. So it's like we work together like a really great unit. So
yeah. That's super awesome. So what was your like first experience with makeup? Like as a kid, do you remember like what was your first experience?
My first experience with makeup, if we're being 100% honest, was so we used to stay with my grandmother, and in my grandmother's house was her sisters, so my great aunts, and so they used to have a ton of makeup, especially my Aunt Polly, and so she would have like this red lipstick that she would wear all the time. So my sister, being the sneaky as she is, would go into my Aunt Polly's like makeup bag and take the makeup and write on the walls with it. And so she took the makeup. She took the makeup and was writing on the walls, and I walked up to her. We had to be no older than like 4 or 5. And I walked up to her, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then she was just like, I'm writing. And I was like, okay, I want to do it too. So what she did was she handed me the lipstick, and I started writing on the wall too just to come around. And my grandma's coming around the corner like, no, you didn't. No, you're not. And like she literally went to go tell my grandma that I was writing on the walls.
My gosh.
And like, so she wouldn't get in trouble and I would.
So your first experience was betrayal. You were betrayed by makeup.
And that's exactly why I don't want a makeup brand that's going to betray anybody, especially having bad products. So it's just like one of those things. It's just like, I just cannot. It's very like
That's
one of those
hilarious.
things, non-toxic relationships.
So when did you start, I mean, like when did you sort of say, this is maybe something that I could see in my future that I want to take seriously? Like,
I think it came around, like, I would say my senior year of high school, because, like, I really wasn't even into business at first. Like, in high school, I thought I was going to be a police officer. Like, that was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so, like, at the time, like, I was in a finance class, and one of my teachers from across the room didn't even know him that well. He just knew of me because he would frequent that classroom. he was just like he was like, hey, you should join DECA, and it's like this marketing club. Right. And so I was just like, okay, like I need an extracurricular activity. What can I do? So I joined that club, and it basically taught me a lot about business. I was just so happened to be good at it when it came to like speaking and then, you know, pitching and all of that stuff. So when it came down to it, I was just like, oh, I like business. I want to do business. And so that's kind of when I got into it. And then I also got into makeup around the same time. So they kind of like collided. Yeah. And so like when I got into doing makeup, I was like charging my friends like $10 to do their makeup in my mom's kitchen. And for a homecoming and prom and stuff like that. So that was one of the things that I kind of got into it with that. And my mom was like, well, if you don't want a job in college, you better start hustling with that makeup. And I was just like, okay. And so that's kind of what I did. Yeah. I really took her seriously. And I started doing makeup in my dorm room. And then my sophomore year, I moved off campus and I was doing it out of my apartment for my sophomore and my junior year. And then I went and applied and ended up getting the space. And now I'm doing it in the store. And it's kind of like an evolution. It's like humble beginnings kind of thing.
That's so awesome. That's super cool. So what is your favorite makeup brand? Like, what do you love to wear? I know, it's a very hard question.
Man, I have a lot of favorite makeup brands. Like, I feel like my top 3 are going to be Fenty Beauty for its diversity, its launch, its packaging, everything. Rihanna,
right. Rihanna,
say no more. Like, she needs to be my mentor. And so, like, Rihanna, who else? L'Oreal is a big brand, and Too Faced. Too Faced is also one of my favorite brands, just for the simple fact that I like remember like doing research on them and like trying to see like where they started off and stuff like that. Because I also wanted to, you know, kind of have a similar story to some of these brands because you can kind of scale up that way. And so when I was researching Too Faced, I was just like, wow, this is like really neat because they were founded by 2 queer men, and then it was just the fact that and they're a couple, and it was just really dope because like they started with like, you know, sourcing and private labeling, like kind of like what I do, and it was just like they built it into this empire, and I'm just like, that's so dope, and that's kind of on the track that I am now. So I'm just like, I can only imagine where I can be because it's 20 years, you know, in the making in this big brand. So it's like not everything happens overnight. Right. So it's just one of those things that I look forward to in the future.
That's awesome. So would you say that like Too Faced, those the founders are like sort of inspirations?
Yeah, like they're big inspirations because he used to work at a Mac counter. One of them, Gerard, he used to work at a Mac counter, and he would just be mixing like little things together. And he was the one who made the glitter or the duochrome eyeshadow. So that was his that was his like staple. So it was one of those things where it's just like you never know where you might stumble across making something into your own. So it was just really dope to see him. And then Rihanna with diversity and L'Oreal with this huge global brand. It's just like all of what I want to be one day.
That's awesome. We've got more with Teanna after this commercial break. Welcome back to Table Talk, guys. First things first, let's get a fun fact from Rachel.
Hello, I'm back. So we talked about Too Faced a little bit, and I just wanted to bring up that the 2 owners actually worked at Estee Lauder and Armani and Chanel, which is really cool. And I am personally a huge fan of the Fenty by Rihanna eyeliner. It is really good, and for people like me who you don't want to see me do my makeup because you're going to be like, ooh, that's wrong. It works, and it turns out okay. And so, yeah, now we're going to watch the Blindfold Makeup Challenge, which we don't really know who started it or where it came from, but I'm very intrigued to see where this is going. So why don't we head back over to Jewell and see what's going to go on.
All right, you guys, yeah, like she said, if you haven't already had a chance to check out Teanna's work, you're seriously missing out because she is a very talented artist. Today I thought it would be very fun to put those skills to the test with a blindfolded makeup challenge. But first, she has some products here to show us from her very own line.
So right here, I have the 2 highlighters. These are my these come from my summer collection. So basically, when I opened the store up, I started with 4 product lines, and so I had a lip gloss. No, I started with 2 product lines. I'm sorry. I had lips, and then I also had highlighters, and they both came in 2 separate colors each. And so the lips are discontinued at the time, but I do have these highlighters. And so these highlighters, they're so pretty.
They're super shiny. I'm literally blind.
Man, so literally, this highlighter is called Moolah. Love money. I love money. Gotta make money, love money. And then this one is called Gold Plated. And Gold Plated, from what I've heard, everybody was like, oh my God, this looks like Trophy Wife by Rihanna. And I'm just like, Sure. Take it how you if you love it. Look, it's $25 only, so it's a lot cheaper. And then on top of that, it's affordable for college students. That's one thing that I also wanted to contribute to my target market is like affordability, because it's one of those things. It's just like we really don't have that much money because we're working odd jobs and part-time jobs, and we're also in school full-time. So it's like one of those things. It's like we can't afford the things that we want in life, at least not right now. And so it's just like if you want something luxurious, you can get this product, and it's only $25. Nothing in the store costs over $40 in regards to products. So this was these lovely babies. I love these. You can also wear these as eyeshadows too, not just as highlight. And you can also put them on the lips as a lip topper too, so that's really great.
That's awesome.
And so that's just for my summer collection. And then we have the fall collection that's available for pre-order right now. And so with that, I have these 3 matte liquid lipsticks. They come in these colors, and it's in the color Betty Boo. This is in the color Rum Cake, and this is in the color Voodoo. And all of these colors are kind of like fall inspired. They're like really vampy, dark colors. Yeah. And so they're like really cute. I love them. Like I had my friends, like when I got the package in the mail and I finally came, I was just like, finally we can test these, we can swatch these and see what they're all about. My friends were in the store when I got them, so they were just like, oh my God. And I'm just like, calm down. That's okay, I'm a little overwhelmed myself. But it was just really great. And then aside from the matte liquid lipsticks, I also have the lip glosses. And so the lip glosses I have are in this like shimmery, really glittery color, and it's opulent. And then this one is lavender. It's like it's almost like a baby pink when you put it on. It's really cute and it's really glossy. And then I have this really gold shimmery one called like Liberate, and it's really cute. And the Liberate, I just love this color just because it's just like, first of all, the name.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be liberated in life? And then like they're just really cute. They're really high shine. They're not tacky, so they're not super thick consistency or anything like that. They're high shine, so they like give you a really good gloss. Other than that, they're just really, really great lip glosses, and they're only $18. So it's just like one of those things where it's like competitively priced, but it's not like it's going to be anything that breaks the pocket, and they're going to be products that you really, really love. So these are something that I really love myself. So.
Yeah. So like she said, these are available for pre-order. Check them out. They look super cute. Super awesome job, and yeah, they're not going to break the bank, and you guys should totally check them out. So now we are going to go ahead and do our blindfold challenge. I brought, as you can see, I've taken off my makeup. Now I'm a real life catfish. I have my little like makeup bag, which does not compare at all to her life, but it's okay. I'm balling on a budget here, so I'll just lay my stuff out, and then if you want to just grab that blindfold.
Yikes, y'all. Yikes, y'all.
So yeah, she's going to have 3 minutes to attempt her best glam. And we'll see how it goes.
Oh, yikes. Okay. I'm scared.
So yeah, I'll just lay everything out, and then...
My head's kind of big. Let's work with what we got. Anybody want to
Or if you wanted to, like, do like a triangle, I feel like triangles work better.
Y'all, I'm okay. This is exactly why I stick to makeup and makeup only, because Lord knows. Okay, we're going to do the blind makeup challenge. Lord, forgive me.
In advance.
Man, okay.
Sorry in advance.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I'm nervous, y'all.
I'm excited.
This does not count. Y'all, do not hold me. If my street cred comes out great after this, like, I'm raising my prices. Like, if it comes out amazing, I'm raising my prices.
All right. So we've got 3 minutes on the clock. Ready?
Yes.
Set, go.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Talk us through what you think you're doing.
Okay, I think I'm going to start with eyebrows.
Okay.
So I got to find, okay, I see a spoolie. That's cool. Okay, cool. We're going to keep that to the side real quick. Nope, not that brush. Okay, we can work with this one. The spoolie, okay. Give me your face, child.
Here's my face.
So I'm going to fill around your face. Okay, I think I found a brow.
I'm going to close my eyes for protection.
Yes, please. Don't sue me. I'm sorry. Okay, so I can feel your brow. Okay. So, we're going to start on the brows, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. And this is the wrong. I feel like those are okay. So, yeah, we go. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I feel a brow. Oh, Jesus. I don't know where I'm placing this. Good luck, sis.
Good luck, Charlie.
Oh, God. Okay, so I think I'm filling in her brows. I feel like I'm along her forehead, though. It's okay. Okay, you know what? We're going to go to the other one and try again. So, yeah, I can't. Okay, we're going to try this again. All right, so I think I'm filling in her brows. Usually when I'm filling in somebody's brows, it's like very light-handed, but right now we're just trying to find out where we're going. So we're on this road map. Seems like to hell. It's okay. Okay, there's her brows, I hope.
All right, you got a minute and a half left. I want a full glam, sis.
Okay. You know what? Okay, godly. Okay, this feels like, does it twist? Oh, it twists. What is this?
Oh, God.
Oh, it's mascara, okay. Oh, Jesus, this is the hardest. You know what, we're going to say that for later. I found something. I think this is either primer or foundation. We're going to try it. I don't want it to be foundation because I kind of look cute today. I don't want to mess myself up. Okay. Oh, okay, we can reel this in. This is primer. Okay, cool. So we're good. And I don't know what kind of primer this is, but it feels really mattifying, so this is great. Oh, look at me. I did something right. Okay, there's that. So we got the primer on.
Okay, you got 50 seconds.
Shoot. Okay. We just gonna buff out this primer. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know where I'm going. And I'm really trying to see through this the best I can, and I can't. Good Lord. Good Lord, what is this? Ooh, that must be foundation. We're gonna say that for another day too. You know what?
20 seconds for my full glam, sis.
This is a pump. Cool. Okay, so we're going. Good luck, sis. Oh my God, I feel so terrible. It's like painting at night.
Oh, that's your time. All right, take your blindfold off and see what you did to my beautiful face.
God forgive me. I didn't even get to do anything for real. Oh, look. Why is it so dark?
Did I pick up something? One eyebrow.
Oh, my
half
gosh.
of an eyebrow.
Half of an eyebrow, and it's all the way up here. We love a full brow. We love a full brow, sis.
We're looking good.
Oh, I put a little, okay. I was
Just a little on like
just a
half
little,
of my face. That's
just
all
a little.
I need.
So
I got
great
like a
foundation.
half glam,
Yes,
half glam.
she got it.
All right, she tried her best. But if you want to see the wonderful makeup artistry Teanna can do when she's actually able to see her work, check out Sweet Tea Cosmetics on Twitter and Instagram @SweetTeaCosmetics. For examples of her work, to book an appointment, head on over to sweetteacosmetics.com. Teanna, thank you so much for being here today. Being my very first guest ever. It was a fun time. Thank you guys for tuning in to Table Talk. I'm Jewell Simone, and I'll see you next time.